Well, I thought I'd come out and just have a quick look around the new orchard that I planted 3 years ago. We're coming up to the third year of its growth, and the trees are just getting going now. I'm quite pleased how things are turning out. It's been a bit of a kind of trial and error really. Some of the trees have died and have to be replaced. This is one over here I've had to replace. That died 2 years ago. And some of the trees I've planted have shot out a bit low and I've had to trim them up and pull it over. You can see this one here, slight kink in the trunk there where I've had to pull over one of the branches, trim it roughly where that tie is, but it's starting to form a good tree now. There's still some here now that like this one that's quite bushy. I'm sort of just really aiming to get it sort of growing upwards, and next autumn or in the winter this year I shall prune that up so that it shoots out roughly about near the top there to sort of form a canopy above the height of the cows. Because my main thing is really with these trees is I don't want low branches, because I want the cattle to be able to graze under them, because at some point I'm going to take the railings away, probably in about 8 or 9 years time. Again, you can see one there I've had to pull over I'm going to have to pull up over slightly because it's got a bit of a kink in it. But you can see quite a lot of the trees are starting to get established. You know, I'm talking another few years now before they really get to look like a proper tree shape, but as far as it's going quite well. It's a very satisfying project because it's something that is going to be here long after I'm gone, and hopefully the kids who planted these trees will come back with their children and see them. Now here's one I'm going to have to prune. This one actually got eaten off by a cow, and it's shot out again at the base, and if we look up here where those lower branches are, I'm going to prune those off this autumn and let it carry on growing from that top there, so that it'll have a nice good trunk on it. But I'll just carry on down here now. Looking good really. Some of them have done a lot better than others. I mean, this one's got going really well. A lot of that's down to the type of tree it is, the variety. And this one here, Ellison Orange, and that's the Denner family who planted that. Here's a cherry tree here. That one's looking good. Merton Glory Reeve family. And this is really shows you, there's the cattle grazing. This is how it's going to work in the future. The cattle will graze around the trees in this orchard, so that we get dual use of the field really. It'll be used for cattle grazing and for fruit, cider fruit, eating fruit, all sorts really, cooking. Hello. This is my tree, I planted with my children. In fact, one of my boys wasn't born when this was planted. This is a Cox's Orange Pippin. Here we go. So that was planted all these trees were planted in November 2010, apart from 5 that have been replanted because they died. So there's 5 that are a year younger. And he said before, these are the last 2 of the old trees. Hopefully this is what we're going to achieve at some point. Maybe not in my lifetime, but the trees will get to be this size. So all in all, I'm very pleased on how it's all turning out. A bit more pruning, and then we're just going to see how they go really. So that's an update.